speechless, which doesn't happen too often. This is beyond anything I've witnessed, and wow. So welcome to the Up Game, and welcome to Time Ritual. But Falco, he is someone I deeply honor as a great ancestor to the future. The vision from which he set out these foundations, that this was built by hand, it boggles the mind that this is even possible. It's beyond human, and to recognize the capacity of a small group of people with a shared mission and a shared belief and a story that binds them. Anything is possible. Like look at this. Temples as a symbol of the possibility of the creative power of love.
The Falco mentioned something shortly before dying. He said that in Damanhur, it was crucial now that we achieve the results of manifesting a super individual consciousness as a collective. What does that mean? He spoke about the super individual for many years before that, and it basically represents the next stage of evolution of a collective. A little bit along the lines of when they asked Krishnamurti if Buddha were to reincarnate in the 20th century, what would he look like? What form would he have taken? You heard about that story, right? It says, well, if Buddha were to reincarnate in the 20th century, he would come in the form of a community. Because something tells us that really this is this next stage. I've been doing past life regressions for more than 30 years, and what always surprised me is that if you scratch long enough, and any person walking on the surface of the earth have lives in which we were practically enlightened at some level. I mean, not that we were all walking on water and stuff, but we really all have parts and personalities, because these parts and personalities are all related to also past lives, that were highly awakened spiritually. So the question was, what are we doing here? Why are we still here, in this game, and this planet, coming back and back and back?
So we are feeling also the bridge of water from underneath what he was saying, and interference patterns of those rivers that are running underneath us through the element and the bridge of this rock to this realm right here that we're on top. And this is also an embodiment of our own body, our own shape. We are mostly bags of water. And we also hold the elements of the rocks and the stars. What makes the stars, what's make the rocks, are inside of us. And so we are in continual toroidal flow of the rock itself in a fluid form.
Welcome to Fire Day. I think it's mythically coherent that we're sat here in a thermal spa with the water coming right up. We just stepped out of Water Day yesterday, and we stepped into Fire Day today, and this water comes straight from the core of the earth. Fire Day is it's one of my favorite days. It's really represents like the cultural layer, the economy layer, going from an economy that now includes ecology. And Fire Day is really about 4 topics. Number 1, gender harmony. We all know that gender has been out of balance. We've been living in a male-dominated world for too long. And secondly, it's about ubiquitous energy. I think it's great representation in the thermal hot springs. The energy is ubiquitous in the universe. And the next is wealthy commons. We're interested in creating a planetary stack in the commons where the commons now outsizes the private sector. Instead of the tragedy of the commons, we have this celebration of the commons. That now our food system, our health system, our education system, our energy systems are all now provided for in the planetary commons. And then finally, it's circular economies. In the past, lived in extractive economies, and economies went beyond planetary boundaries. And now we live in perpetual circles, economies where all life thrives. And that's the purpose of Fire Day. And so we have been creating a mythology of stories around those leagues and really celebrating today some of the most incredible Damanhurian technologies of Selfaka. And it's been an incredible day. And what a Fire Day.
But time doesn't exist. There is only space-time. Time, space, space-time. They're just one thing. So if we think that time and space are one thing, we can also try to imagine time as a territory. And it's a territory we can navigate. We were saying before, complexity, right? At any given time on our planet, there are pockets of higher complexity is never uniform. Why? Because also there are many lines of probability in time. So where is the absolute present? And by absolute present, I mean a point in the future in which events on our timeline have already unfolded, okay? Not on all the timelines, but on our timeline, if I were to look at where events take us, we can go farther ahead in time. How much? Approximately 600 years. So our branch of time has already happened for approximately 600 years ahead of us. This specific timeline ends very badly for humanity. So we managed to create a lot of entropy. We managed to destroy our possibility of living on our planet. As a consequence, the worst possible thing happened to us, which was we lost the divine spark. We went back to being animals, among animals with very small consciousness. So now, and this is part of the magical work of Damanhur, we have created a new fluctuation of time because we want to create a new history.
This time here, I don't even know, I can't describe it as time in the normal sense. I would just say it's like being present in a space of being that is beyond time. And as I look back now from 2030, I think, wow, this was the understanding for us to create the sense of oneness, of being in our hearts, in the space, with the others. So what a gift it has been, just to breathe and let go. And to let go into the nature, into the beauty and the art, and let go into spirit, and spirit not just from nature, but from my galactic family, and my family in the ocean, my family in the earth, again, in oneness, while still being me. So what a gift it has been to actually live that. And the other thing is That's my experience as an individual. And I feel like this is the closest I have been to practical heaven on earth. Besides just this experience, to watch the community, watch everyone interacting in community, among the Damanhurians, among us, I really now can understand the power of love and openness and truth, speaking truth held in love.